Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more of Dishonored. Okay, so last time continuing our clean shadow run, we went through the rest of the flooded district where we saved Slackjaw and defeated Granny Rags, and now also got back to the Hound Pits pub where we neutralized everyone there, all the guards that Havelock had hired or recruited or whatever. And now we're at the last level, King Sparrow Island, where Emily is somewhere at the top of the tower. So, let's go. Standing on a nice post. Alright, we're full up on potions. We got our trusty thing we have. So this should go actually pretty smoothly. Maybe. Crap. Okay, landed on it. Okay, this is the only level I haven't practiced in the lead up to doing, well, this and the last level I haven't practiced in the lead up to doing this Let's Play. So I'm a little worried, but then again, we shouldn't be too bad, because at least with the max potions we have unlimited time stop and everything. Well, not unlimited, but a lot of access to it. Oh, crap. That didn't work out too well. Oh, shoot, can we go in there? I'm trying to remember my usual paths, but I think we can go through there. A little bit of a waste. Oh, wait, hold on. Do we have... Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of potions for some... or runes for some reason. Yeah, level up to Vitality. Why not? Oh. Don't really need that anymore. Didn't even look. Yeah, a little faster mana regen. Even this late in the game, that's still going to be useful. I don't think he noticed anything, amazingly. Okay. Oh, thought I was gonna land on. Going through there. Okay.
Hey, can I buy your ration of elixir from today?
Please, not now.
Oh, damn it. Wait, I got a counter for this.
Hey, you don't look so good.
There we go.
I got it. Hey, I thought, where am I?
I'm sorry, that's I love that move. Right, I'm trying to remember what I did. Yeah, I'm trying to go through that gate. Oh, where's the power supply? What am I going to do? Oh, I got possession. I'll possess somebody. And the first time I pulled that off, I had, like, no potions, and I only had, like, one shot at that. So, I possessed the guy. There was a guy standing there, and then... Oh, crap. Okay, again, we got plenty of potions, so we can just burn them. But there was one guy standing there. I didn't know how I was going to get around otherwise, but what I did was exactly what I did there, where I managed to walk through the wall of light while that guy's back is turned, and from there, what that allows me to do is when I'm, moved up saddled up next to him, turned backwards, and that's when I could pop out the back and make a getaway while the other guy's helping the other one, like, get over his sickness. So, that's a fun move. It worked a little different this time, mainly because it wasn't such a close call. Oh, crap. Damn it. Okay, got a little cocky. Alright, where's that autosave at? Got a little cocky, but otherwise that was going practically perfectly. That was going way better than I initially thought. That's the thing. I suppose this does get easier the farther you get because you have all these resources and tools. Stop time is probably a bit overpowered when you're trying to do this, but as much as it takes out, and even though I've been keeping my upkeep up, thankfully with the potions and the money I've been getting from other missions, instead of buying other equipment, just buying potions and stuff, or remedies, is probably what's tipping the scales for me on this one. Well, not probably, is. So this last stretch is going pretty smoothly. The lighthouse was the last great project of the Lord Regent's reign. Where are we? Oh. Okay, so we're right up there. So yeah, not too far from where we were at. I don't think he saw us. Ha! Idiot. Couldn't see a guy getting into a glass elevator. Okay, and that was the hard part, honestly. We already made it through. Yeah. It's having possession right there in order to get past that wall of light is, like, key. And that really makes it easy. You know, again, a lot of practice trying to get some of these systems down. And you have the right powers in tow. So, getting a lot of runes early on so you really don't have to worry about them by the time you get to the Lord Regent mission, that's kind of like where the key comes in, at least for me, and how I do this, is just get as much as you can, be as efficient as you can, take it slow, but then by the time you get to the end, it goes a lot smoother. Again, I have no idea how you'd actually do this if you were trying to do, like, you know, mostly Flesh and Steel style run. I'm just going to do that and run right by. Teleport past him just to get out of the way. There we go. And we got through the bulk of it. Such as the Lord Regent. You look like a jerk.
Such a clever. His talents wasted until he found his thing. This is all Martin's fault. We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy and afraid. Always too sure that was my problem. Never hesitated.
Too sure of what I want.
Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me, just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing.
Well, you're right about that part.
It's only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a countermove. It's all fallen apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea. Took command of a ship.
Hold on, I'm going to make a save just in case, because I want to try something.
And made aimless men into sailors. Made a collection of boats into a navy. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty. And now, I'll lose it all to a man with a faster sword hand. Or is it that he has a slower sword hand? There's something wrong with the world. It'll make a good story for the histories. I'll have a good epitaph. In his time, he commanded a noble lord, a high overseer, and an empress. The man who brought down a tyrant, Admiral Havelock, son of the high ocean.
Keep telling everyone about your fake glory. Let's make an entrance. Hello, Havelock. I think we need to have a chat.
Did you think I'd fight
Oh, he
you,
does
Corvo?
detect us.
Sorry to disappoint.
I just wanted to have this conversation with him, but we will
The key
reload
to
the
Emily's
save.
cell. She'll be glad to see you. You made quite an impression on her. Did you know that? She asked about you constantly. Where you were, what you'd been doing. I told her. In the end, I told her everything. From the start, when we had such noble goals in mind, to the end, when we were afraid, fighting in secrecy about who we could trust and who we had to kill. Arguing over who would act as new Lord Regent. And she listened, eyes wide. She's become an interesting girl. If she lives, she'll make a memorable Empress. Go ahead. Kill me or take me to Coldridge Prison. Make your choice. She'll be watching.
Just for fun.
Someone get over!
Again, we're gonna reload the save, but I just want to do this for fun.
Guys!
Up goes the weasel. Alright. That was fun. These guys are dead, right? They usually say unconscious if they're not. Yeah, they must be. Okay, just double checking. Yeah, okay, they usually have the unconscious mark if they're just unconscious, but if they're dead, they're just bodies. Okay, we're gonna reload that save. Just because that was fun to do. Okay, but yeah, so Havelock panicked, he got scared, and he regrets betraying us. So that's kind of like an actually interesting way to go about how it kind of developed. You know, it's like, okay, we do want to put the rightful Empress in charge. We want to get rid of Hiram and then get everything back in order. But then when they realized they were so close, they realized maybe we could actually get the power from this. So they acted brashly and just went for it, and that's what bit them. Because they killed everybody who thought was going to turn them in. They took care of all the loose ends, or at least tried to, and then even Havelock in this whole monologue here is admitting he messed up. He should have just stopped when he got ahead, and everything would have been fine. But now he's killed some of his closest friends. He's gone so far and ruined everything. And he knows he's no match for Corvo. So when he does show up, it's over. He knows he's already lost, but depending on how you go about, how you confront him, he still wants to try and go out fighting just because that's the honorable thing to do. But he knows he's either going to die or go to prison forever. And it is just kind of like an interesting perspective that he realizes and just like not gives up, but realizes like he's lost and it's all his fault. He didn't have to start this, and he did, and he knows he messed up and betrayed everybody. So yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing on that, you know, the perspective that he shows or talks about like he got too greedy and everything's ruined. I messed up. This is my fault. All that. I'm repeating myself, but yeah. I just kind of like that. You know, this isn't really a game that's made for boss fights. It's for maybe Dowd, but we'll get to that another time. But in this kind of like, it's just a perspective saying like, we could have done so much better if we just stopped when we were ahead, but we reached too far and now everything's falling apart. So thanks for the confession. Thanks for acknowledging you messed up. The biggest, dumbest chess piece on this war map. That's what we need.
Havelock? Who is that? Admiral Havelock? If you don't let me out, I'm going to make you
Hello?
stand in a corner until you learn how to behave.
She's getting feisty.
Who's there? Corvo!
How you doing, girl?
I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
You will. And no one's gonna get in our way anymore. And there you have it. Didn't kill anyone, ghost never detected, rescued Emily, and that was the end of this mission, this game. That was the end. That was the last level of this run. Now, yeah, basically what I'm looking for is because I already got the trophies and everything, I already got the check marks, so that's kind of what I've been looking for. Check marks on every level for do not kill, do not get detected. did the Weepers thing, count in the center, it doesn't matter at this point. This was my way of just proving, like, okay, I've done this, even though I could just show off the trophy and that'd be enough, but, that's just kind of like my walk through. I say that, not too seriously, because I'm sure there are ways to do this way more efficiently and way more interesting than I did, but that's kind of how I usually go about it. And now we come to the end, and because we didn't kill anybody, there was no chaos that ever increased. So let's check out the best possible ending.
Interregnum. And now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand.
Oh, he was fine. I forgot about that. Okay, Kuro? He's alive. Samuel!
And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
And there we go. There you have it. Dishonored Definitive Edition. Clean hands, shadow / ghost, whatever you want to call it. We did it. Whew, okay, that actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would. And, it's like I said, I think there were some moments where I made it look easy, but trust me, that took dozens of hours between multiple playthroughs to get the setup I had, to get through all those trials and those small situations and just trial and error, lots of reloads and everything just to get most things right. And yeah, that's how I usually go about doing that clean ghost run. So, I feel still proud about doing it. And again, I feel like I made it a little fast and maybe rushed some moments when I could have just spent some time overlooking the great design of the world. But, trying to be efficient, which, is kind of my excuse, but maybe that's not acceptable depending on who you are. But yeah, either way, the goal was to do it clean shadow, and that's what we did. And now, yeah, that's how it goes. And the game ends with also this song, Honor for All, by, just a second. I know the name John Licht and Daniel Licht. Those two were the main composers for the game. Mainly Daniel, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to remember exactly. I meant to look it up. Yeah. Daniel Licht was the main composer, and tragically he passed away in late 2017, around, I think it was just before, I don't remember when Death of the Outsider came out, but I think it was just before the release of it. And yeah, he was a great composer, great music in this game, and especially this song. This is legitimately one of my all-time favorite songs. It's really good. So yeah, Honor for All by Daniel and John Licht. Rest in peace, Daniel Licht. I hope I'm saying that right. I think I am. So, yeah, what else is there to say? Can we skip? Okay, we skipped. I just pressed a button. So, yeah. So, that was Dishonored. How was it? It's amazing. It really is. Okay, where to begin? Because I've been running my mouth about this game for a while. But, yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite games. At least somewhere in the top 5. Because the art direction is so interesting. This, kind of I don't know how you want to describe it, because I should have thought about it. Just this interesting, dark, almost painted art style with, the character designs are a lot of fun. Everyone looks, really meaty and kind of weird, but also, it's really memorable in, a weird, macabre way, I guess you could say. The gameplay is superb in terms of stealth-based, and some of the combat, but just in terms of stealth gameplay, like, the options are so useful. The leaning is actually very useful, the weapons you can potentially get, and the other items, and, you know, I barely used any other items besides, like, the crossbow, just to go through, you know, just, you know, trying to be as non-lethal as possible. But I do plan on still doing a high chaos run just for fun, because it is fun to, like, you know, because it is still fun to do, like, a murder spree everybody type of run. That's a lot of fun, so I'm definitely going to jump into that probably next, because there's still a lot to do, because I still want to do the Dowd DLCs, where we play as Dowd, and he's got new powers and everything to him, so we're going to do that too. But yeah, just this game is, like, so good. You know, Corvo doesn't say much, but he does a lot. Corvo doesn't say anything, but he says a lot with, like, his actions and, like, his movement and subtle things. Like, whenever you see Emily and just, like, you know, just from, like, how he moves his arms and what he does to her, like, throwing her up in the air in glee and hugging her, just says so much about how much he cares. And just other moments like that that really flesh out Corvo. And yeah, and characters like Emily, Samuel, who maybe even play small parts, but are so, like, enjoyable. Especially Emily, who's just, like, this cute, you know, cute kid who's got got a bad hand in such an early part of her life, but, you know, how she learns from Corvo in many different ways. Because if you're going on depending on if you're going high or low chaos, Emily's attitude does change, because she's taking it or getting some ideas from you. So if you're like go high chaos and you do a lot of murdering, she kind of gets a little aggressive and murdery herself and bloodthirsty. Meanwhile, if you're a good person, she really attaches to that and tries to be good herself, you know, because she wants to be like you. She wants to be like your dad, and it's kind of a sweet dynamic. Yeah, it's just like the mission setups are a lot of fun, because, you know, that give you, the thing is, like, it's the options that really go above and beyond, because, like, every power is useful in how to navigate every level and tackle every challenge, and there's multiple ways to go about almost everything you do. Some things are more efficient, but some things are just, like, more fun and zany. Like, if I wanted to, I could have stopped time and, like, put a bunch of tripwires or grenades and threw them around and just waited for, like, the bloody mess to happen. But again, because I was doing such a specific run, I really didn't experiment with that, or, you know, goofed around with that. But even still, there were some really good moments, some really good stealth, and, you know, I do wish loading times were a little bit better, but, you know, I digress. It's kind of a minor nitpick compared to the rest of the game. But yeah, Dishonored is just such a good game, and again, as far as I got planned, this is only my first playthrough I'm going to do on the channel. I'm definitely going to do at least one more, and that's going to be High Chaos Run, and then I'm going to do DLC, which also High Chaos and Low Chaos, just for fun. Because just, like, experience this game, and, like, there's so many ways to do it. You know, I was thinking about doing just a run that was all about just, like, kind of like a low chaos where I do little killing or just kill certain characters, or just, like, do have more fun and experiment, but I really wanted to show off, like, I guess you could say my skills, if you want to put it in quotations, about how I usually go about doing that type of run. The clean hands, no kills, no detections. Because I think I mentioned it early on in the Let's Play, but when I heard about, you know, Arcane talking about, oh, you can do that. You can go through the whole game without being seen, and you can do it without being killed. Or not being killed, without killing anybody. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Is that true? That can't be true. And then when I finally put, like, the dedication and time in to do it, it really made me appreciate so much about how, you know, pretty well they thought about almost every aspect about how the world was created and what the characters do and how you interact with them in order to let you do that. And just like that, and being able to pull it off is also super satisfying. You know, this is not the first time I've done it. I've done it, what is this, the 4th or 5th time, honestly, I've done this. Probably like the 3rd time I've done it on very hard mode, but but still, it's like, it's still super satisfying because it knows, like, you did things so well that you could do, just like, you took, like, an already seemingly impossible mission for a normal person, even though you got magic powers, and what you're able to do and how you're able to experiment and do all that with whatever, you know, planning out for how you're going to tackle missions in the future with your magic powers if you use them, and how you can use all that variety to plan out the mission in order to execute it perfectly. And there's just a very satisfying feeling I get from that. No matter how many times I've done it over and over again, it's still satisfying to see the results screen and seeing those 2 little white check marks telling you, you did this perfectly, you know? Yeah, it's just a really great feeling. And just, there's so much more about this game. Yeah, it's one of my favorites because it's just so good. And I know I keep saying that. But yeah, I'm rambling. My throat's actually starting to get a little dry. But yeah, Dishonored is a fantastic game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. You know, it probably is bundled with Dishonored 2, which I should also play, but probably not right away. But yeah, it's just really good. Yeah, Dishonored's a great game. What else is there to say? I suppose I could just repeat myself for another 5 minutes or so, but, you know, I do that too much already. But yeah, this is where we'll wrap up because we're done with this playthrough. I got through it again, and thank you for enjoying, or probably most likely critiquing, how I went about doing that playthrough. But, you know, that's how it is. I'm happy, so that's what counts. Alright, so with that all being said, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off. And thank you for watching me play Dishonored.